that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 20 on the year, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. But they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, orbit.
Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Yo! Alert flare! 80 weapon! Switch! Ready!
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Sponge! No! Switch!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is really be able to bounce back in the next one, because right now, this has not been his game.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Protein spin. Bravo. 5.
Now Jones on 3rd down. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Stand up in. Kill.
On 4th down, Jones. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And an alley to run. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit from the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. Jones now on first down. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Jones throwing on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's the option going left on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the Giants' 48-yard line.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Shift! Watch the shift!
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. There he goes. And the ball is knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Johnson gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Now.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down, as his guys thought it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Right here. We got to step it up.
Smooth.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
35's the mic. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
Mike 35, Mike 35. No,
Ready?
On 3rd down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Check.
Sunday.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Check 4.
They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Empty.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Watch the screen.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Doug Patterson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on fourth down.
Push him back. Kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Showing it.
On first and goal, Howard. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Howard all alone in the backfield on second and goal.
You can't block me.
He'll get it up the middle, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit, a great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Giving up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. Throwing Jones. Bryant has him. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Jones with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's caught by Jackson. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here.